Okay, let's run it. Okay, in
Right.
five,
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, friends. I'm here with another guest. He's my very good friend. Hello, buddy.
Hello, Henry. Thank you for
Thanks for coming here, man.
thank you for your invitation.
You're my
and-
Albanian friend, but we thought both of us we should run this episode in English.
I totally agree. It would be interesting to see some things in English and to share some
Yeah.
experiences, of course.
For
both of
example,
us.
it's been quite a while since we two haven't seen each other. Like
Yeah.
we saw last in the very last 2 years.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It was 2 years before something.
Yeah,
like
because
this.
after I left university, I started working, and the same about you. You started working
Yeah.
very
and
hard, and then
we both took some benefits from our university times. Like we took our how to say, man, our gift.
yeah,
And we started both working at our fields of expertise. And of course, it has been such a long time.
yeah,
Considering 2 years of life are something
yeah, are a lot.
are a lot. And
Time
even-
flies.
Yeah,
like
time
flies real
yeah.
fast.
And I still remember the time when we were discussing about our plans. Those days, it was like summer,
Yeah.
like now.
Yeah,
And you were telling me like you'll go abroad and you'll
Yeah.
try to reach some goals, new goals.
and everything
there.
went as planned.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, I'm happy for that. It's so
Yeah.
it's so great when you think about it. Everything has transformed, like the way we imagined.
want it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the way we want it, and I'm super happy about that. And I'm very curious about these, let's call it kind of transition in a
Yeah.
good meaning of saying that kind of transition of our lives.
Yeah.
We enter a new period, and we grow every day. We grow, and
Yeah.
I remember myself in the first days of working at the local governance,
Uh-huh.
and I was so careful about every single detail. Like, how did I put my pen? How did I put this? How did I
Yeah,
put that? And I laugh when I recall it in my mind. But it's
Now you're
something
more experienced
Yeah.
and you do things
it's something
faster.
unique. Yeah, it's something unique when you
Mhm.
remember
Right,
it.
right.
And time after time, of course, you gain
Yeah.
experience with people and with different situations. And
You also feel more confident with your
of course, when you do one thing twice or three in a row, of course, you gain confidence, and
Yeah.
it makes you look more
Right.
more safe in yourself, in the way of expressing or in the way of showing yourself
Yeah, right.
in front of others or different
True.
actors which
Yeah.
we meet
True.
everyday life. And yeah.
I was in the very south of Albania. I was in Borj,
Yes.
yeah, in Saranda, and I was this last weekend.
Uh-huh.
I was there for 2 days. I was amazed to see the virgin corners
Uh-huh.
there where you could swim and feel relaxed without any noise. And I was just pausing a little bit in different fractions of the day and thinking about how
Yeah.
beautiful our south country is. Also the north, but since the north is more accompanied by mountains,
Mhm.
since we are in summer now, we can talk a little about the beach of Albania, the south of Albania, which
Yeah,
is
for
wonderful.
sure, for sure,
and
it's
we have been
wonderful.
ranked in different magazines,
Yeah.
from
Yeah, you're
London
right,
to
you're
Paris
You're right.
to Rome, that Albania has been ranked to the top 10 destinations
Yeah.
for tourists. And that's a big one. I mean, that's a big step.
That's a big one, and I'm impressed even by some bloggers I've noticed in different social networks, which have provided some interesting facts about our country. Of course, some jewelries we have in the south. I was as well some days before in the south, and what impresses me is the fact that that moment you have that feeling of proudness
Yeah.
within yourself. Okay, this is my country. I love it. I should explore it. And in the meantime, you see a lot of people coming from different countries. That's
Yeah.
more and more impressive.
Yeah.
In the south, in Borš or in Samil, where I was,
When you see the clarity of the sea is equal to the clarity of the mind about thinking, how lucky we are.
Yes,
living in such a beautiful Mediterranean south part of Albania.
Yeah, the climate is great here, and of course it legitimates it, the number of people you see there. I saw there French people, Italian, German, from different countries of Europe, even more away, like people from USA. I have friends from USA.
They travel from far away to come and visit our country and stay here for a while, and they enjoy that.
By the way, cheers.
Yeah, this is coffee. This is Albanian coffee.
Yeah.
And before you came here, you called me on the phone. Do you have Turkish coffee with you? And I told you, no, I don't have Turkish. I don't have Turkish coffee.
When I called you and I said, do you have some Turkish coffee?
Yeah, and I
said
it
no, I don't in have the most coffee. Original Albanian way of saying, do you have some coffee?
Okay.
Because
it's Israel.
Getting
Right.
afternoon, my friend, and you were going to host me, and I needed some coffee.
Yeah,
we love coffee.
All right.
Let's admit it. We love coffee.
Yeah.
And
so when we say, "Do you have some Turkish coffee?" It's like equally, "Do you have coffee?"
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't matter if it's mocha or if it's
of course.
espresso.
Espresso. I usually get an espresso by the morning time to get yourself
because you go to work, and before you start working, you actually set.
I usually follow a coffee, an espresso.
It's like a routine for you. How many cups do you take in a day?
Just a couple of cups usually, but
how many? 2, 3?
Two, the maximum. But sometimes
do you have one in the morning and the other?
Sometimes one. It depends by the day, or it depends how my body feels, or how do I feel. I evaluate my physical condition first of all.
What have you heard about the origin of coffee in Albania? Do they come from the Ottoman Empire?
I don't think so. Coffee is kind of common culture in most of countries around the world.
Yes, but we have been underpowered by the Ottoman Empire for 500 years until 1912.
But I could not identify 100% with the Turkish Empire.
Yeah, but why do we call it Turkish coffee then?
Because that's how it's called everywhere in the world where they do it. I've been to Turkey. They call it, of course, Turkish coffee. But I've been in different countries.
But in Italy, they don't know what is Turkish coffee.
Maybe in Italy not.
But even in Germany, I don't think.
I've been other countries which they know about it. In Netherlands, they know about it.
I'm having someone tomorrow. He's from America. I'm going to ask him if he knows.
I believe. Most of countries know it, but in specific zones, without generalizing
I get it.
In specific zones, you can find it. Like you can find American coffee, filter coffee everywhere in the world.
So how old do you think coffee is?
But
in Albania, when did our first?
I think it's old, centuries and centuries old, man.
You think some centuries old?
Yeah,
the coffee in our country?
Maybe more. I could not specify the date of it, to be honest, but I think it's
Why am I so obsessed with coffee? I don't know.
I don't know, man. Look, there is one thing. We have to admit the fact that in Albania we love coffee, and most of people are consuming a lot of time at the coffees, the bars.
Very true.
And to be honest, I don't like this too much at all. Not like being fancy about saying that, but personally,
but people are getting addicted to coffee because it kind of stimulates their vigilance.
Yeah,
and
let me show you my personal point of view. How do I judge it? Personally, I do take my espresso in my office. I do not go outside in the morning to drink it outside. I just take it in my office, and I start working. And in the first half hour or half time of my everyday work, I do consume coffee, but I do it at my space, not wasting the time outside or something like that. Yeah, of course you can go on the weekends. You can enjoy a coffee outside
with your friends.
But it depends how you see it. In the other side about the health and the physical approach. I could tell that at least what I've read about the coffee is that coffee stimulates your creativity. It stimulates your energy.
True.
It makes you like more enthusiastic about a few things. Have you tried to not to drink coffee
It wakes you
after a long time?
Yeah.
Try it, and you'll feel like no energies and all. So it's kind of good stimulator, but not exaggerating it. Like having one cup of coffee per day for me is perfect. If you can handle it at just one cup of
coffee,
it would be perfect.
That's the most benefit you can take, like 100%.
Yeah, at least in my point
pure
of view.
coffee on your body, and reacting 100% to the caffeine.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you take it the most, 2 to 3, 4, 5 cups of day,
like
your body will create some resistance to caffeine. And
even when you drink water, you drink and drink and drink because you are thirsty. But for a moment you say, okay, I'm okay for the moment.
I feel good. Yeah.
Everything which overpasses its limits, it's exaggerated. You cannot have more than needed. That's what I want to say. But in other cultures or in other countries where I've had the chance to go and to visit, I have not noticed such an addiction to the coffee. And one good comparison is that we do have good coffee here.
Yeah, we do have
good coffee. I haven't found any the espresso we do here. I haven't found in many countries.
In Italy, it should be good.
In Italy, of course, but I've been in France or Netherlands or Germany or Turkey. We cannot find.
You have been to tea countries, not coffee countries.
I've been even in Egypt, man, and I could not find the same coffee. The espresso.
Maybe you're used to your coffee standards.
We are used, but still, I'm 100% sure we
What do you think?
Find
what
the
is
same
the average Albanian coffee intake? How many cups of coffee in Albania?
I believe 2.
2 is the average?
2.
Isn't it 3 to 4?
No, I think it's too much.
No?
The average, we're talking about the average.
The average, yeah.
If we talk about the average, it's
including the students.
2. Yeah, 2. It's 1 in the morning and 1 after lunch or
so Italians are sick,
afternoon.
Or they should be sick.
Italians are something else,
because they drink 6 to 7 cups of coffee.
They do it on their feet. Yeah, they stand on their face. They do take the coffee in 3
just
seconds.
Like that.
Yeah, just like that. Fam, I'm done.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I was talking. I had this other day. This guest Carlo. He's from Sicilia. From Sicily, and he was telling me about this Caffè dello Studente, which is you do the mocha, okay, and then the coffee that is here, you put the coffee, you sink it to the base, and with that you filter it again, and so the coffee that delivers here, it's very black. And the effect is that it will give you so much adrenaline, and it will keep you awake for hours and hours and hours. And this is called Caffè dello Studente because it's for students who make this because they have an exam tomorrow or after tomorrow. And what they do this Caffè dello Studente, and they stay awake for what? For during the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Impressive.
But can you believe that?
Yeah. I believe it does have some direct effects.
Yeah,
and it helps you. And it recalls me the time when we were studying at the university time, and we needed something before we used to go to the bibliothèque, or we used before
you
going
remember those times?
Before going to a test, we needed something to simulate ourselves, like coffee or a cappuccino or something like that. By the way, I'm curious to ask you, my friend, what do you think about which is the difference between the academic research which they do in Italy compared to the research work level we have here in Albania? I'm very curious to hear something about this.
I would say it's the same, kinda, but
really?
The difference is that they in Rome, they share a lot of facilities for you so you can use them. For example, they do have a gym, they do have tools, they do have clinical trails. So if you're doing a research, you can call someone up and you have the clinic in your disposition. You can go there to the clinic and you can do the test. And so your research will be more authentic and according to the tools you're using, to the devices you're using, right? So it depends, because my university is a medicine university. There is the gym, there is the swimming pool, there is the microbiology
so
clinic.
they work more on the psychological side of their students to help and create the common facilities. To have the students more
they provide
productive.
you these facilities so your research can be authentic and way better. Because here in Albania, you start researching for something. Let's say something, for example, arrhythmia in men at the age of 40 to 60, right? But you are going then to find in Google Scholar or PubMed every information or articles, or read articles from other people, but not be able to research your own. So in Rome, you can they provide you these facilities. You can call up people, for example, your father, your uncle, or you can just share something on a public, let's say, site that you need some people. Also, you can pay them just for this research, and then your research will be so well made.
Very, very.
So the difference is they will provide you tools to enhance your research results. And here in Albania, they won't provide you anything, right? It's more difficult here because there the university will provide you anything.
I get it. I'm very interested about the tools some institution uses to push their students, even at their first years of studies, even at more advanced, like doctoral studies or something like this. Personally, I've had some experiences in the level of conferences or seminars outside our country, and I've noticed the tools they provide to their members or the participants to have it more productive. The whole picture to be more productive. They work with the every single student, they work with the essence, the essential things, how to provide these tools and how to make it work for these participants. And for example, when I was in Netherlands and we had this professor with a lot of years of experience. And the professor was including us to practical things which we see in our daily work, but in an advanced manner. What I'm saying, like they do have their local governance, for example, or their central way of governing. But they do have their models. They do have their regime, they do have their structures, their ministers, their everything, And they have, of course, regarding Netherlands or France or Deutschland, they do have more perspective models and they are more developed democracies compared to our country. Of course, this is definitely true, but having these models in the table,
these modalities,
this is mine and this is yours, and how do you act in yours every day, and how so do you have the ability to act on this advanced one as well? So we did try it in practice. We did simulations. We did simulations. We were included.
Same thing.
Today the key of success is include people. Can you include someone? Can you include
trying out things?
Your team. Include your team. And if you do this, you'll have the success. Of course, by hard work, that's for sure. And we tried this there. We simulated, like I was, for example, general chief of a certain office. and we did some daily work there, and we measured our abilities there. We measured ourselves, how prepared am I for an advanced experience like that, and it was incredible, man.
Yeah, I believe
I can say for sure it was incredible. I had my colleagues from other countries.
So inspired about seeing such many things that really help students and new members to create and have courage. And
we went there as young professionals.
It increases your self-esteem pretty high.
And we faced each other. This is the most important thing, to face things. And we come from countries which are under development, and the most important detail, in my opinion, is to face realities. This is mine and this is yours. What can you give me and what can I give you? So there was the whole purpose of these simulations and trainings as young professionals. We had people from different countries: Albania, Moldova, Georgia, Ukraine, and even southeastern of Europe countries like Croatia or Montenegro. Impressive. And we had such very, very fruitful and productive discussions about the models. Everything is about the model. You are in this phase of development, and what do you need to go forward? How prepared are you to adapt this model which has advanced? For example, model of Deutschland. Once we were in Frankfurt in Deutschland, and we followed this training course there about the EU integration of Balkan countries. And
beautiful.
Yes, and it was very impressive, the sharing of experiences.
With
when
each
you
other,
share experiences, you see in the table, what do you have? Like, what does my neighbor have? What does my other neighbor, colleagues, I'm saying, and what can I show them, and what can I learn from them in the meantime? So what I'm saying in general is that I think nowadays is mostly about experiences and how to share them in the right manner, how to gain from them, how to benefit, and how to give.
And how to fix errors.
You have to give in order to
receive.
To receive, of course. That's the law of nature. You have to give something to receive something back. And it has been such an incredible
great
years.
Adventure with a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge, and so you feel you grew up there.
We went to different parliaments of these countries. We saw live sessions there. We saw live discussions about a certain law, for example.
Do you guys keep contacts with each other?
Of course. I'm part of different alumnus international networks, and we provide each other, and the system itself provides us a lot of information about ongoing projects or ongoing experiences, training, seminars, or conferences.
Because you can meet up in reunions or things like that.
We meet up. I remember the last experience I had. It was in The Hague, and one in Amsterdam, and we went there last year, and we stayed for 10 days. We visited these most important institutions, even though in the international level, because as we know, Netherlands and the cities within this state have some of most important European institutions located there. And we met up 1 year after this. We met in Albania.
Almost the same.
The same people. So my course there was about the decentralization and citizen participation there. But
exactly the topic.
We were 36 people from 10 countries, and other courses were about different subjects and fields like economic or public procurement or journalism.
Makes sense,
So the whole groups, the 5 or 6 groups, something like this,
So
we gathered
I'm very
together
curious.
and we did a common conference, a big one here in Tirana for our pleasure, like saying, because we are Albanians, and I was lucky to have it here because only me and a few other people were from Albania. Most of the people came from abroad.
Sure.
And we had this reception at the embassy of Netherlands here, and of course we followed the sessions, the live sessions. But even when I was in Deutschland and in France, we have still kept a kind of ongoing communication about the experiences we have and how far have we proceeded with our goals. Because there's one thing, in each meeting you go, conference, training, course, or study you go, you put the goals. You put some goals. You put your ideas.
You have your aims.
Yeah, you have your aims, and after sometimes you have to. Of course, you pull the trigger first of all, and after some time you see where have you should.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so amazing when you think about it.
But check up with your progress.
It's
man. So when you go up to these very big, huge meetings in different parts of Europe. And you meet people, right? So they ask you, where are you from, buddy? And you say, Albania, buddy. Where is Albania? Do they?
Yeah, they know. They know.
They know.
Most of
European
people,
they know it. Okay, they have heard about it. Perfect.
Of course.
So they ask you, if I come to Albania, what can I visit to Albania? What do you say first? Do you say the beach?
First of all, I'm.
And if they are men, do they say
very addicted about the idea of showing somebody else my country? I just Google it immediately
and show them up some pictures.
Look at these beauties.
Yeah. What do you search? Do you search the south of Albania?
I'll go with the capital, man.
Tirana.
Of course, with Tirana. First of all,
the city I was raised.
Yeah,
you're so obsessed with me, buddy.
I was so obsessed with your daily routine. What the hell are you doing? Like going to the gym, going here, going there. But
Tirana is beautiful. It's fascinating. It has some beautiful corners to visit.
Yeah, of course. We have spent lots of years here.
As you can see, there is a lot of progression in our capital.
Once I heard my friend from USA. And which was telling me we were having a usual coffee in the weekend, in the afternoon, and I was with him and 2 other friends of ours, and the topic of the discussion was about the capital, and practically he said, I can find everything possible in Tirana. Yeah,
he said
everything. And tell me something I could not find in Tirana. This is definitely true. When you hear it from someone else, which comes from another culture, from a very developed country, you feel very good with yourself. Because to be true and honest, our capital has been transformed and it provides you every kind of thing you need. Yeah. You want social life, you want studying, you want
and everything
everything
in a very intense level.
It's intense.
Everything you need. Do you need clothes? You have different brands. You have everything.
The last ones. You can find it.
Sunglasses, everything, watches. Yeah.
Tell me about a drink. You cannot find it in Tehran. Tell me about a bike space. You cannot find it. Or tell me about something else. Tell me something fancy. Let me show me something fancy. You could not find it here. It has been transformed.
That's why people love Tirana.
Yeah, of course.
You can go wherever you go, and you'll
end up missing Tirana, of course. But still,
so
we have some other parts of our country which are very beautiful.
Yeah.
And
for example, Tirana, the country you come from, Libraj.
Yeah,
is a beautiful one.
It has been transformed
when,
as well.
when I talk to someone, where are you going? And I say I'm going to Libraj because I have a wedding there. They say, Libraj, how does it look like? And I said, it's like Switzerland. It's covered by the mountains, and that's true, right?
Yeah.
And there is a beautiful river, which is Shkumbin, and I tell them, this beautiful river, you should Google that, and that's so incredibly...
Yeah, it's very, very beautiful. And furthermore, we do have a national park there, Shebeniki Albanese Park, and it offers some unique beauties there. Personally, I've been in every single part of
I remember once in 2014 or 2013, we hiked in Shkumbin, right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah,
that we dived and we swam a little bit.
And
that was beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And I do have a lot of pictures
that
cover that experience. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Videos, pictures.
And how,
because it was a beautiful time.
How much it does have progressed.
It has.
We are more closer to the capital now. It's just 45 up to 50 minutes by driving with your car.
Yeah, because also by the tunnel you go to Albano.
We are part of an international cross highway, so you have to go in my city in order to go somewhere in the east or outside our country, like in Macedonia, in Greece, in Romania, etc. Vice versa. So somebody has to come from there to go across the brush and to get into the capital and the west side of Albania. To be honest, it has been transformed. It's a beautiful, nice city with amazing nature and good people. And we have had
great hospitality. Yeah, we have a great hospitality.
And some investments recently have changed the picture and have made it more interesting to visit. You have something to see. Do you think because you asked me before, when you show someone else, what do you tell them?
Yeah.
And you should have something to show. In Albania, we have a lot of things to show. We should feel proud about this, I think, because we got things to show here, and this makes our social life a little bit different in the best way of saying that. What are you saying, me? Because I just interrupted for a second. Sorry.
I was thinking that Albania, in maybe 1,000 years ago, has been very, very old to Balkan region. You remember about the Illyrians? The Illyrians has been the biggest tribe in Balkan, which was covered by the very bottom of Croatia. To the very top of Greece, and a little to the east to Macedonia. So we have been a big tribe, and also there is some good Albanian language which is called Arboresh in Italia, in the region of Puglia, which is the part of the hill of the Italia in the map. And also the part of the Sicily, which are the toes of the. But something is for sure, that we are a very, very old country, and our language is very, very old.
Our language is one of the 5 languages. Top oldest, and top uniques.
Yeah, which one is on the top 5? Is it the Persian? I think Persian is for sure.
I think Persian, of course, and is the Greek.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. And I think it's kind of one of the Nordic languages, which is very old. I think Danish, something like that.
Danish?
But I'm 100% sure
Danish is such a small country.
Latin, of course, is one of the languages. And we rank as one of the 5 unique languages, which are not so usual. We have just 2 countries in the world which speak Albanian.
Yeah.
By origin, like just Albania and Kosovo, even though we have Albanians.
Also in Macedonia, a little bit.
Even though we have our minority which speaks.
And the minorities are Buresh in Italy.
By origin, we do have 2 countries. We have Albania and Kosovo, and on the other side, we have Albanians which live as a minority in Macedonia and in Italy as well, in Greece. and some other parts in between Kosovo and Serbia. So Albanian language is such a very unique with 36 letters and
36 letters.
You cannot find that language so easy. It's unique on its own. It's one of the fifth, man. Imagine that. Top 5 languages unique on their own. Yeah, that's very, very beautiful and some kind of encouraging when you hear about that and showing that somebody else.
So when you go for...
We are an Indo-European language.
Yeah. Do you choose a mountain in the north or do you go on a beach in the south?
I'm not the type of person which stays at the same place for a long time.
So you don't spend like 10 days somewhere?
I would prefer 1 week in the beach and 1 week
on the mountains.
Unfortunately, we do have provided this by the nature, both of these, and I try to enjoy both of them.
We should say that our south part of Albania, the beaches on the south, are covered by stones, little stones, rocks. There isn't much sand. The sand is more here in the center.
The south is a miracle.
Yeah,
to be honest. But we don't have.
You go to Fier. You go to Seman.
We just don't have the south. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
I know that. Because there is such a beautiful contrast between the mountains and the sea. The seashore of Albania is beautiful, is incredible.
Have you ever been to Rodoni's Cape?
Of course, man.
You have been, man.
Of course, man.
Of course, you have seen the beach there. You have pure sand and pure water.
Yeah.
You don't have hotels, and you don't have somewhere to stay, just camping.
Yeah.
But the beach there, it's the middle thing between south and east. You know, you can find both. In the south, you have miracle nature, miracle water, but you do not have sand. In the middle Albania, in the west, you do have sand, but you do not have the same water.
And our sand is so...
And the Rodoni's Cape has both of them.
Yeah, has both of them.
The white sand there.
Yeah.
There is a part there which is
we should mention that the sand you can find in Albanian beaches, our sand is very beautiful and at times very black.
Yeah, but in some parts of our country, to be honest.
But
most
also
in the west part of our country,
from
Durrës to Shëngjin or to Rodoni, and maybe Velipojas and these parts of Albania. On the other side, we do have artificial sand, like imported one, because there we have been provided by nature with water and pure and very clear one. But in the meantime, we do have even rocks.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to avoid hurting yourself in these rocks.
Yeah.
And when you send your family and your kids there, for example, you cannot put
you
your
need to be very careful.
You need to be very careful. That's what I'm saying.
True.
Yeah, but in general, our country offers amazing places to visit.
Yeah, it's a miracle, man.
I'm planning to go to Theth before the winter.
Top north of our country.
Before the winter. I went to Commons Lake and Shala River a few months before.
You need to take the ferry to travel.
You need to take the ferry. I'm saying you must plan sometimes. You know, you should have some time in total to spend, because you have to travel a lot.
Yeah, I also want to go to Commons Lake, so maybe I'm going to plan something on the weekend. Maybe this weekend on. Next weekend, because I haven't yet visited it, so I need to. And I've seen a lot of camping groups from Facebook that they do organize, and they travel there by bus, and then they get the ferry, so everything is covered there into the price, and the price doesn't cost much. It's like 15 euros per person, and it takes 2 nights, 3 days, and that's beautiful.
15 euros?
Yeah, 15 euros for 2 nights, and it's like a special offer. Let's
50
say
or 15?
15.
15?
Yeah, 15.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Super impressive.
No, but you don't sleep in a hotel. You sleep.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course, you don't sleep in a hotel.
Yeah,
but
you
with
need-
that price, I would sleep outside in the camping.
yeah, the same.
Yeah, you like the part
Setting up
of
some fire in tonight.
But you, first of all, you like the part of taking the ferry and seeing all these beautiful
You know something, man?
mountains
I have never.
between the lake.
I've never traveled with a ferry. Never. I want to. I want to go to Italy this time by taking the ferry and travel by the boat because I've never taken a ferry. I mean, like a big one.
Really?
Yeah, because maybe I want to see the dolphins.
I could not say something for sure about the dolphins there.
I think there is dolphins in
I
the
think
Adriatic
there-
Sea. Yeah,
I think there are.
yeah.
I think there are. Sorry.
in the Adriatic Sea,
In
the
Como
dolphins.
Lake you're
No,
saying,
no,
or
no.
just in
When you go to Bari from Duros.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, big ferry.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. They are.
No, in Como, no. Come on, in Como maybe a crocodile.
no. The nature there is amazing.
Yeah. Since we're talking about a little, let's say, since we're taking animals a little into the topic, this is a big topic that I feel very bad about Albania, that we have killed a lot of animals. I mean, there is a lot of people from the villages that have killed a lot of animals. I mean, you don't see wolves anymore. The popularity
law
of
for
these... Yeah.
There is a law for that which protects it.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Of course, it does work, man.
It doesn't, man. Come on.
It hasn't worked before when
Does
most
it work?
of people
Does it work?
have
You think?
abused, but
We have seen videos
yeah,
on Instagram and Facebook when they go and shoot with rocks a wolf. It's
no, that's not.
It's
good,
abusive.
Of course. It's abusive, and I
yes,
think
but how can you
I
control that? Because they
think
live in the north. They don't have shit to do. And what they do is they see a little wolf, let's say a baby. It doesn't mean that you see a baby wolf and he's alone. He's not alone. His mother is going somewhere to kill a snake and come back and feed the baby.
Yeah. I see your
But
point.
they don't understand. They see it
see
like a
your
dog,
point.
and they take the dog, the wolf, and then they just torture him.
I see
you
your
know,
point, and I know your love for
the animals. I love animals, man.
Yeah, I love it too. But
I would be like a very
I'm aware. I know there is a law for protected
I
areas.
have heard about laws
for the hunting.
Yeah,
There
I know.
is a law. To be honest, I do not have any specified data about the recent reports.
Okay, have you seen a deer?
But I know that there are institutions which work for this. There's the ministry which works for that. And the ministry does have the structures which work in specified zones.
Yeah, man,
I think they just should grow they should grow their efforts. They do more, they should do more efforts.
Yeah, but
to complete their.
Yeah, but I don't often see a deer, for example. I don't see wolves because I remember I traveled this time during the night to Logara. You know, Logara is like a top mountain, and I remember back in 2005 when I used to travel a lot in Logara during the night. I used to see wolves. You know.
Really?
Yeah, they were like in the middle of the highway, let's say, and they were just running. You know, from place to place, and you could see
one detail, man. The thing you are saying to me is something really unique, and you observe it and you see it when you are really passionate about it. But in the daily life, the administration of protected areas, as I've seen and as I'm aware about it, they put cameras, hidden cameras,
you think
and
so?
some small things which they cut, or they see the animal moving,
man.
the animal moving.
Yeah.
But seeing these animal, as you're telling me, you have to have such a very high adrenaline and to be very patient about it and very attentive about it to see even a rabbit running in the forest.
I saw a fox.
You saw a fox?
I've
seen a fox.
Yeah.
I've seen a fox. But there are some animals which are very...
Actually, the other morning when we were coming back to Tirana from Borj, I saw this fox. Some car had ran over this fox, and that fox was dead. So I feel so bad about that.
It's it's really bad, and somebody, I believe,
Somebody
believe somebody has to give some proof about this accident, and somebody has to be punished about that for sure. And
this is the only thing I don't like in Albania.
Yeah,
It's something
I think
they are killing.
I think they have done some.
They should rescue the animal and put some very high importance rule in taking care of the animals. Yeah.
Put more efforts.
The same thing with dogs in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, man, and everything needs more support and more efforts. Some things
In
have
the
been
animal
done
area.
good. Some things have done been good. Even in all areas, some things have been done really good. But we still need more efforts to go forward and to improve, to get improved and improved.
Yeah, man.
And we're looking forward to entering you, man.
Yeah.
That's really important. But
Do you think we're close to?
show.
Do you think we're close to the joining of European Union?
I think we have progressed.
Of course we have progressed.
In
Yeah,
general, we have progressed.
Of course.
There
Do
are
we
still
deserve a chance?
Yeah, of course.
We deserve a chance.
We have deserved a chance.
Yeah.
Even though before.
Will
even
it take a decade, or will it be closer, the joining to the European Union?
The international politics and diplomacy have progressed a lot, and you have to be very attentive, even though in a word some very important actor could say in a moment, and you have to take steps towards completing this.
Yeah, but some
this
of these
message.
But
this
I think there is a lack of steps when we think about the periphery parts. For example, in the north, the villages in the north and the village in the south. Many youngsters have left the villages, but they need to come back and work because we need some.
Let's make it simple. We are very close to opening the official negotiations, not to enter the EU officially. To enter the EU, you have to proceed with the completion of some other steps. So, in this moment, once we open the official negotiations, the country itself and, of course, the EU work together to make the country grow and grow in the economic field. That's more important.
So the part of periphery will.
How prepared are you as a country which aspires to enter the EU to stimulate this young man to work his field, his land?
Yeah.
What kind of methods do you have? Do you have insurance, very good insurance system? Do you have some reimbursements? Do you have some other facilities? So to push him.
Because I feel sorry. Because I feel sorry, man. Because we have beautiful lands in the north of Albania and south of Albania that needs to be enriched with foods, with
of course,
biological foods from the earth.
Food. And we have, because
we have a lot.
We are blessed by nature. I don't see any reason why this should not happen at all.
Yeah,
and I see the EU providing more support, even in financial terms, even in the field of social growth, social policies in general, and economy and agriculture.
That's what I would like to see in the very young Albanian youth. Because the youth of Albania go to the north and south, work there, make those lands feel with more water.
Of course.
And have food, and so we don't have to import many things, but also to export. Why not?
We have to sell,
because our fruits, for example,
we have to create.
Our vegetables and fruit are so good, are so yummy.
But you have to have the right policy.
We need the right policy, and we need
economic policy.
Like we need law enforcement, right?
Yeah, of course. To send it outside our country.
We need strong voice
to sell it there. We have the possibility. That's what I'm saying in general.
So you're saying if we open these official negotiations,
the general situation changes. What? Like when I go abroad and I apply for something, I sell something, I visit something, this other man or woman, actor or actress, whatever it is, sees me with another eye.
Yeah,
We have to be.
totally.
We have to accept it. Nowadays, they see us in the current situation we are.
Yeah,
But if we open the official negotiations, they will see us different. They will see us with a different status, man. It's all about the access you create. You'll
It's
have
about
more
what you wear.
access. Yes, it's about what you're wearing.
Yeah.
It's about how you stand. It's about who you show yourself.
yeah,
It's about selling.
totally.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about selling.
That's true,
They'll
man.
see us differently. And when they see us differently, this creates possibilities.
Yeah,
Possibilities create more chances to grow.
true.
Even here, even outside.
Totally. Yeah,
And you'll simulate that young man or young woman, whatever it is, to come and do something better for its country. I hope this happens.
Yeah, I hope
this
too.
happens. When you have
So-
the conditions,
yeah.
of course, it does happen. Or as we were talking before about these experiences outside,
yeah, yeah.
it's all about simulation.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's about how you push someone doing something. Are you
Right.
able to create the common conditions? Do it. Create
Yeah.
it. But
Do it-
you need
do
to
it,
start.
motherfucker, do it then.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do
just
it.
do it.
If you start it,
It will
if you
work,
start
just
it,
do
will
it.
work. It will.
It will work.
It will
Yeah.
expand. It will expand. It
Yeah,
will
because
grow.
people don't take this step in because they think it won't work. Do it, motherfucker.
No,
it
do
will
it.
work.
Try it. Try it. If they try
Yeah.
it, they will make
Yeah.
it through.
That's so true. Tell me, have you
Uh,
done push-ups lately? Have you
Yeah.
done a little bit of training?
in the vacations time is the perfect time to do some push-ups. Very nice joke. Who thinks about push-ups in the
Yeah,
vacations time?
I don't either. Like a week
Wow.
ago, I went to this bars and I did some, pull-ups, chin-ups, some
Really?
push-ups. Yeah,
Really?
but felt very tired because very hot.
It's not the time.
Humidity.
It's not the time.
It's like humidity is like 80%. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
I could do
Temperatures at
push-ups
36,
and
38 degrees Celsius. It's a lot, man.
You're right.
And
No,
you don't
cannot
feel
do
like
that.
very powerful. Plus, I'm having this, these interviews day by day, and time just flies. And then my uncle just calls me, "Come here to the south. Let's have a break." And I just
you do
went.
that.
So yeah,
But yeah, for sure, I could follow.
but we need
follow
to
some exercise,
but we need to do some exercises because it
Of
helps
course
a
we
lot. Yeah.
need, Of course we need.
And I
could
think
do
the
more
best time is in the very early from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
in the late
That's what I
afternoon
was going to
at
say.
7 p.m.
That's
because
what I
with the
was
sun
going
you
to
can't
say.
walk.
Yeah.
Hey, man, but there are some people, some weird fellas that like to exercise during the day when there is sunshine hitting their body. I can't
Really?
support
No.
that.
No, I can't support it either, man. I could go after
Maybe
work.
those people are people that
after
comes from
after work. I could do 2 hours
yeah.
of gym, intense gym.
Yeah.
And I could throw away
Do
all
you
the-
prefer
all
gym
the
or
daily
training
stress
outdoors?
and accumulation.
Do you
Sorry.
prefer gyms or training outdoors?
Both.
Both?
I could combine. You remember our
It's-
old
it's been a-
times when you were
for
calling
me-
me in the 5 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah, yeah.
Come
do
on,
remember?
you get
Yeah.
up, let's run.
Yeah,
And we used
yeah,
to
let's run,
20
motherfucker, stay
20
hard.
20 times,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Run,
Yeah.
run.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
You were running like,
Do-
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I myself, it's been like 2 years. I don't go to the gym, and I kind of hate it because I don't have time, first of all, and I do prefer the outdoors,
Yeah.
training outdoors. I find some rough place where I can, hang to a bar, or I can lift something, maybe a rock or a wood, piece of wood, and and doing squats and things like that.
Yeah.
And I totally enjoy that because
I
you
enjoy
feel
it.
so you feel part, like you're wild. And
I enjoyed it
yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
it's
and I
something-
think that's better.
It's better. It's better because you show yourself, your body to the nature. We are humans, which have born in this nature,
Yeah.
in this mother nature,
Yeah,
and this mother nature provided all these original and pure facilities.
Yeah.
Why not enjoying it? Why not trying it? Why not doing it on the nature? The
Yeah,
nature
man.
is a miracle.
Yeah,
it's a
man.
miracle.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's a
man.
miracle. It's the breath. It's the breath you take. It's a spirit. It's a spirit.
Man, I would like to talk a little about football with you because
really?
I miss to talk about football with so many fellows here on my podcast.
You and me about football.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronaldo, Messi.
You're laughing because you're with Juventus and I'm with Inter. I know that.
Yeah,
no, you know what happens, man? Because many people that I invite to my podcast, they don't have a lot of desire to talk about football. I'm not sure why. Because in my country, football is like very popular, and I fucking love to talk about football, boxing, MMA, things that I really love.
Yeah.
Breaking down a little at football, because now we are having these sales and buys from clubs.
Yeah.
So the markets are opened, and
the market has gone crazy, buddy.
Yeah. Your club, Juventus is going high, man.
They're going very high.
Yeah, they are going hard.
They are going hard and high.
Yeah, they are so high, man. What do they smoke?
They just bought the league, man.
Yeah,
19 years old, captain.
One of the youngest and the best players with the best future in the world. De Ligt.
Yeah, he has a future. He has a bright future, man.
There is Paris Saint-Germain, there is Manchester United, there is Manchester City, there is Barcelona, there is Real. How did they do it with De Ligt, Juventus? So De Ligt chose to come to Juventus.
Yeah.
Who else?
Can I tell you
the
latest gossip, man?
Yeah, tell me about Neymar.
There is a crazy about the idea about taking Neymar, man. And there is a real gossip.
How old is it?
Why there is a real gossip? I was checking the status two or three times.
Where is
2 or 3 hours
here?
before. When Juventus bought Ronaldo last year for a very huge amount.
All right.
And of course, one of the best, let's call the best player in my opinion. And the president of Juventus, Agnelli, said that we bought Ronaldo, but we are able and so powerful that we could buy another Ronaldo in the age of 25. Think.
Yeah.
Who else is another Ronaldo in the age of 25? Tell me something. Tell me one man, sorry. It's Neymar. It's Hazard, but Hazard is bought from Real Madrid. Pogba, we had Pogba, man.
So
we had Pogba. We could just exchange 2 players of Juventus with Pogba. There's no other deal about that. But he said I could buy another striker like Ronaldo, but in the age of 25. Last year he said that we are so powerful that we could do that. So
and
in the age of 25,
about Neymar.
Who else is?
Neymar, man. It's Neymar, man.
It's Neymar. It could be crazy. They could sell Dybala. They could sell Dybala for 100 million. They could sell Dybala and they could kind of balance their expenses.
But do you think you need Neymar?
Look,
why to me it looks like a very big star for Juventus?
They tried the duo Dybala-Ronaldo. It didn't work in its 100%.
But did actually Dybala played?
Some matches he was very weak. Some matches it was very high. But you need Juventus is Juventus, man.
Dybala
Juventus
is not very constant player.
Yeah, Juventus, Barca, Real, Bayern, not Inter is so far away for the moment.
I'm just joking.
But
the
big teams need constant players, man. You cannot go to Juventus or Real Madrid or Barca and one match you play very, very high and one match you are down. You cannot.
You can't do that.
You cannot do that.
Yeah.
So I think they will make a move. Maybe they'll sell even both Dybala and Higuain and keep Ronaldo, Mandzukic, and another striker, a big one, like for example, let's say for a moment Neymar. I see it a little bit hard, but since they bought Ronaldo, who is Neymar? Not buying Neymar, but everything could happen.
Do you think they will match each other? I mean, Neymar and Ronaldo together?
Of course.
You think their style will match?
Of course they will match because Ronaldo.
But I think Neymar with Messi was a big duo.
It was.
Do you think so? Yeah, it was a big duo.
I still don't get it. Why they did sell it? Why they did sell him?
Neymar wanted to leave Barca because he was shadowed by Messi.
Shadowed by Messi, maybe that's the reason. You're right. Maybe
And
that's the
Neymar gained a lot of experience, let's say, and a lot of name, and maybe he was thinking about winning the Champions League with a big team, like with big players, and being himself, the leader,
the leader. Yeah, I get it.
But we both saw that he won shit.
But with this logic, he won't go to
Messi
Juventus. With this logic, if we follow this logic, he won't go to Juventus because he has Ronaldo there.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo is Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He stays there.
Yeah.
From the first minute.
But he saw that it's not that Messi shadowed him. It's like Messi enhanced him. You know?
Maybe.
Because they made a good duo, right?
They made a good trio together with Suarez.
Yeah, sure.
See it more financially. They're Barca. They don't need Neymar at a certain time. They need just Messi in the center and Suarez.
Yeah, but for example,
they just don't mind. They just don't mind about replacing a player.
Tell me, left wing forward. Yeah. Who is it?
Who is that?
Left wing. Who's going to be
Neymar?
But now who is it? Because Dembele. 150 million euros and he's nothing. Like he's like a ballerina who just gets sick. He plays 6 minutes. He gets injured.
Fans
no, but he gets injured. No, come on, he gets injured. He hasn't played for a season.
Neymar gets injured very easily and very similar. No, just faking it. Just faking. You know that.
He used to, but he kind of changed it.
I hate that.
Yeah, but he kind of changed it. You saw that he apologized to the public for what he did, but he was like, there was real cases where I was injured and the referee didn't take any action, and that's why he used to do that. But now he like grew up because he was like 24 years old, right?
Yeah, maybe
now he kind of changed, and he said, I'm not going to fake it anymore, I'm going to play it hard. So he kind of changed.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
But tell me the name for the Barca left wing, because if Barca
they just bought Griezmann, man.
I know, but Griezmann. Okay,
what? Griezmann is good.
So Griezmann is going to stay left wing.
I think they're going to push Suarez, maybe, because
Griezmann is mostly. Suarez is center forward.
Or they're just going to push Messi in left, man.
Messi left. Yeah. But Messi is better
with
Griezmann
the right
is on the right
because Griezmann is on the right? Yeah. Griezmann is the right wing. Yeah. Right striker.
Yeah.
Right wing striker.
But Messi is left.
Messi is left. Let's call it left. They'll leave it left.
When you're a lefty, it's better for you to stay on the right, because also when you dribble to the left and then you shoot, right?
But maybe they...
For example, Thierry Henri. He used to play like a left winger, right?
Yeah.
But he used to shoot. He was a right striker.
Yeah.
Because for him, he used to dribble to the right side and then shoot with the right.
We have to see. The coach is always invent something.
Do you think Griezmann is going to be crucial for Barca?
I don't know exactly. I could not predict that.
His hairstyle was beautiful, by the way.
His hairstyle is very, very nice, and his move, but nothing else. I would love to see Mandzukic instead of Griezmann.
Mandzukic
is a fighter. He's a soldier, man. He fights from the middle of the field.
Yeah, but he's so old, man. Come on.
He's old, but he does have spirit. Ronaldo is old, but
maybe it was his
Ronaldo
last.
Ronaldo is old, but he won the last competition
Ronaldo is
with
not old.
Portugal.
He's not old.
He's 34, man.
33, man.
Well, he's just 34, about to go, man. In just a few months, man.
Yeah, but Javier Zanetti with Inter played until 36 and was like a beast.
Come on, man.
Ronaldo is good.
Ronaldo is super good.
Ronaldo doesn't age, man.
Do you remember the physical test of Ronaldo at Juventus?
Yeah.
He had the muscle
that was body.
A 20-something-year-old guy.
I can explain.
Yeah. What?
That was the body composition of Cristiano Ronaldo.
What?
Body composition.
What?
Of Cristiano Ronaldo.
What are you telling me?
And the body fat
He has the body of a 25-year-old guy, man.
I know that. Also, the VO2 max, which is the oxygen capacity that moves through his body.
Yes, the muscle.
He's like a 20. Yeah, he's like a. But that's not to feel very weird, because if we are going to take also other players that are 30. No, for real.
Somebody would have shown it. because the doctors of a team always show this.
You know why they show about
look,
Ronaldo? What I think, in my opinion,
there's something. We have to admit something, both of us.
Of course, yeah,
everything is about marketing. At the end of the day,
who has the best marketing in the world through the across the football players? It is Cristiano Ronaldo,
of course, the main brand.
Now, if we show the results of Cristiano Ronaldo, and since he has a beautiful jacked body, upper body and lower body, the results would make a big news, right?
Yeah, of course.
And this news is covered with a lot of marketing, a lot of advertisements, right?
Yeah,
around. Yeah, that's why they would show that. With Messi, they can show that the same thing, but Messi is not a big marketer into the football world. I think you agree.
Maybe I agree.
Because Messi doesn't care about these things. About muscles, about this. Look, but Messi has a nice, lean, beautiful body, and he's very strong.
Okay, he's very strong. But look, when you go to a certain profession and you proceed successfully, you say, okay, I was meant to do this. Or it's something which I can do, or it's given. How we say in Albania.
Yeah. But
it's given something.
Yeah.
He's not given to do that. Ronaldo is given to do it both to play soccer and to play the model as well. He's given that ability, man. We have to, something fits you or not.
Sure, man.
That's very simple.
But there is not an official ranking VO2 max test. For example, if Messi, Sergio Aguero, Suarez, and all the other players would be under this VO2 max test, we would have like an official ranking and see who actually is the 20 or 19, 18 years old age, right? We don't have that official ranking.
Maybe, but what? Look, I told you something. The doctors would have published it. If I have a team, if I have a team and I'm lucky to buy this player, and this player shows me these details about his physicals, I'll publish it. I'm proud of it. Everybody would have done it. If they haven't done it, because they have not got the guy who has it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm just sure that many other athletes that are over 30 years old age, like Ronaldo, are very strong and have a very high capacity of oxygen going through their body to a maximum, let's say.
Yeah, he does.
I think that there is a lot. So, but we don't have to argue for these things. We can see in the field that he is good, other players are good. So
and still we are curious to see him playing with Neymar.
Yeah. If Neymar comes, and I hope he comes because I want to see you guys happy.
I don't believe.
I'm an Inter fan, but I like to see you happy. Like I want Serie A
I don't believe it will happen. I don't want it to happen. I don't want Neymar at Juventus.
Neither do I. I don't like Neymar to. I don't like.
He will
kind of switch up things.
Yeah, switch up things. He will not make the team make the better of it.
Yeah.
He'll just.
What do you think about Inter, man? Do you think because I'm thinking that the legendary Inter is being born?
Are you thinking this? Why?
And when I say legendary Inter, is the Inter that nobody has ever seen before.
How is that? Tell me some facts about this opinion.
All right. We have this president with his surname Suning. Suning?
Where is he from?
From China.
China, yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought it was Italian, but yeah.
No, Suning. Yeah. He's Chinese.
Yes.
So he bought Inter last year, I presume, and I heard him in an interview. Then when he was like a little kid, he was an Inter fan, and he was dreaming that one day, because his father was very rich, and he hoped that father's company would just grow and be economically so powerful that they are today, because they are the second most powerful company in China, Suning company, which has everything about technology. So he bought Inter. He dreams now that he wants to make Inter so powerful and make Inter unforgettable in the football history. And I believe that. So what was his first step? He took at first Luciano Spalletti. That was Inter's limit to take a coach. Then what did he do? He took Marotta from Juventus, a very serious, let's say.
Yeah, he took Conte as well, a former coach.
Yeah,
of
but
Juventus.
just stay a little bit at Marotta. Marotta came.
You like Juventus.
No, I'm not
Inter
against.
itself like Juventus.
No,
they take former workers of
no.
Juventus to work for them.
no, you shouldn't think. No, you shouldn't think that. way,
Marotta
man.
is a sample. Conte is a sample. What else do you want? Do you want our president?
But also Napoli took
What?
Ancelotti, who was with Milan.
What? I mean, I'm saying about two guys which worked in the same time at Juventus. They are working the same time
Yeah,
as
but Conte
Inter.
was free. Conte was free, so Inter.
I'm just showing the example, a real comparison.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that Inter is being copycat of Juventus.
No, I'm not saying that it
The
doesn't have a
president
chance
of
at
Inter
all,
is
man.
very serious. This Chinese guy, Suning.
Look, he might
No.
look very serious, but you know about football, and you should be aware and understand and accept the fact that to build this team, this imaginative team you are telling me, you must do such very big efforts, not just by buying players, man, by creating a system which
He's
works.
creating it, man.
Which works.
He's creating
You saw
it.
Liverpool. You saw Ajax. You saw Ajax last season of Champions League. I was expecting Juventus in the final and waving the trophy. In the
Ajax
air.
had quite a good spirit.
There
huge
it comes.
spirit.
There it comes. It's Ajax Academy, which puts you in the ground
Yeah.
with huge talent.
And then you bought from Ajax the best.
I mean,
The best proof.
That's big thing.
Yeah, but
Can Sun Lee do that? I don't believe Sun Lee can do that.
yeah, you can't believe it. But wait a second.
Because
Inter-
what I'm
Inter is
saying,
a bit in limitation.
it's about identity, man. These guys have grown it with each other.
Yes, but
They have played in the same academy.
yeah,
They have a certain style and a certain system of playing football. It's here and here.
of course, man.
And here both elements.
But Inter lately has changed a lot.
Maybe they have changed. We'll see.
We took Conte, right?
We'll see.
Tonke is a very serious kind of a coach.
He's a
So
soldier, yeah.
He wouldn't
He's a chief of
he
soldiers.
wouldn't come to Inter if
Mhm.
he would saw that Inter isn't serious about something big would come, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
after Conte, who comes? Who will come? The big players.
Look, there is one thing as well.
What
You can see based on his personal character and personal achievements. But do you remember the last team Conte was managing?
Hmm.
Was coaching? Who was the last team Conte was coaching?
Chelsea.
Chelsea is a big team, man. It has
What,
a big
Inter-
potential, man.
Inter is not like Chelsea, you're saying.
Of course, it's not like Chelsea, and he was at Chelsea. You are saying me, okay, Conte comes here because he has seen a big project, etc.,
With
etc., etc.
with Mourinho, we won everything.
But Chelsea is a big team, and he didn't manage to send
how
it
many
forward.
how many trophies does
That's what I'm
Chelsea?
saying.
How many trophies does Chelsea have in the Champions League?
in the time of Conte? Are you telling me?
No. In his history.
It doesn't matter that fact. We are talking about Conte.
No, because you talk
No,
about the
we
history
are-
of the club.
We are talking about Conte.
Yeah, but you talked about
The
the
modern
history of
Chelsea, the modern Chelsea has won and has competed a lot.
the club. Yeah.
Even in England, even
Alright.
in the Champions League. That's what I'm talking about. Conte did not manage to send it forward or to keep it high. That's what I'm telling. And I want to say to you these facts because I'm not convinced when you say, okay, Conte saw a big project at Inter and he was seeing
He's a
he
big
saw
step.
something he saw something big coming. Of course, everybody is attracted by big things. Of course, if I tell you I have something big to do tomorrow, will you come? Of course, you will be attracted about the idea of coming. It's very psychological.
Yeah.
But we are just, of course, we are making just predictions, and I agree with you with this part that we are just making predictions.
Okay,
at
so you
all.
think that the legendary Inter is actually being born or not?
It's
I
very
think
early
that-
to say, man. It's very early to say.
No, but
You have-
I'm saying it's being
You have
born.
to see. No, I cannot say that.
You
You have
can't
to
see
see
that.
1, 2, or 3 seasons to be to be sure about it.
How many seasons did Inter took
How many
Inter
seasons
with Mourinho?
took Juventus
With Mourinho.
took Juventus to get reborn? You remember that? And it was Conte which reborn it. They are taking Conte as a reborn guy, man. In my opinion, at least. It's just my empirical
That's what I'm
experience
saying.
which
Let's-
tells me.
Being
this.
born.
Yeah, being born.
Being
But
born.
we have to start. We haven't had a start yet. We have to see the start.
Yeah, but do you have like a feeling with
I
all
don't
these?
know. I don't know. I have to see.
signings, no?
I just believe when I see. I said,
Alright.
okay, I've tried saying and expressing opinions about
Alright.
something big happening in advance, and when it didn't happen, I haven't felt good. For example, I said in the last years, okay, Juventus will win Champions League. Juventus will win Champions League. This year taking Higuain, this last year taking Morata, and the last one taking Ronaldo. And year by year I say, okay, if they don't win this time, when they're winning, in the end, they took Ronaldo. They didn't win the Champions as well.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. At the beginning of the season, I said, okay, we took Ronaldo, we'll win. Because of his experience.
Yeah.
I trust the experience.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, we'll win the Champions League this year. It's very possible.
Mhm.
And it comes an Ajax there, which shows you models of football,
Yeah.
of modern football. What
Yeah.
can you do about it? And to Inter could come, I don't know, Bari from Serie A and to show some football to Inter. I mean, everything could happen. That's the beauty of football, man.
Yeah.
So I cannot say something precisely. Yes, it will happen or not. It will happen because my previous experiences prove me that you cannot say something for sure. At least you have to see the start.
All right, but would you like to see an Inter being born and being
I like to see Juventus winning Champions League, man. Cheers for that.
Cheers for that, man. But is there some big hate?
Of course, I
you
want to see
Inter
some
or not?
No, I want to see competition.
Because me, I don't hate
I respect
Milan. I don't hate
I respect every
Juventus.
team.
I don't hate anything.
I respect every team, even Inter, of course. I'm fan of Juve.
I would like Serie A to go very high.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you.
With a lot of stars.
I like competition.
Yeah.
I like to have some more
Because
competitiveness.
do you like to see just Juventus winning things?
I like to have competitiveness.
by very easy chances.
But you have to admit one fact. Juventus have made Serie A more competitiveness. Have raised the competitiveness.
Yeah, it could be Lazio
there.
Instead, but it's Juventus.
Has transformed the Serie A into a competitive league.
Yeah.
Because you remember those years when Milan and Inter went down and it was just Juventus surviving at the highest rankings, you know? Because in Italy you're used Juventus, Milan, Inter, Roma, Napoli, something. But when you say Italy, you say Juventus, Milan or Juventus, Inter. That's what you recall. But we have to admit the fact that even Juventus have won 8 Scudettos in a row. Juventus naturally and logically and derivedly have raised the level of the league, the Serie A.
Italian league.
If Juventus goes for 100 points at the end of the season, Napoli goes for 90, man.
When does it start?
More
Half
competitive.
of August?
I think it's 25th of August.
25th.
I just saw an advertisement.
I heard that
day.
the Liga C or B in Germany has already started.
Really?
Yeah, there are animals.
There are animals.
Those big animals that drink beers.
That drink beers? You're saying that they drink beers and play football as well? I don't think so, man. I don't believe that.
Come on, beers for them is like water.
Really?
They drink a lot of. When I traveled first in Austria, in Vienna.
Yes.
So I was like a tourist there back in 2011. I left the hostel and I was just walking down the street, and I saw in the first bar, it was 7 a.m. and I saw 2 ladies drinking beers in the morning, very big, and they were drinking beers, and then some man, and then walking again, saw another bar because I thought, okay, maybe it's a Harley bar type because I saw some motorcycles, but then walking a little more, I saw some other ladies and men, they were dressed just like you before going to work, and I was like, are they sober to work after that, or is it just like water for them? Because to me, drinking beer in 7 a.m., it's like, I can't do that.
I could not imagine that. It's for sure, it's something you cannot do that.
So when they go to party, like Germans, I presume these football players, they just go and I want to order beer.
Maybe, but it doesn't happen every day.
Yeah, I know that.
It's something
maybe.
you see very rarely.
Because for example, in Italy, there are people that drink wine. In North Italy, Carlo told me about that. There are people, like old people, that drink white wine in early morning at 7 a.m. just to wake up. I want my wine.
Oh, come on.
I want my...
Get out of here. Get out of here.
I want my coffee. Okay, that's normal. That's very popular. That's very common thing in humans. But I want my wine. Where is my wine? It's like...
What is that?
It's like a big off.
What are you thinking doing in advance? Are you going, as we were talking in this very kind conversation today? And thanks again for inviting me.
Yeah, sure, man.
And it is such a great experience to have.
Man,
this.
I'm going back to Rome, and I'll be, maybe if you come there with your girlfriend, I'll be waiting for you, and I'll show you Rome, because I know Rome so much.
Yeah, of course. If you could take your wife as well, I could take my wife, and we can
in Rome
visit some
it will
places,
be beautiful, because Rome is so
Italy.
big, and it has so interesting corners to visit, not just the big parts of Rome, but also there are beautiful corners, because you know about the history of Rome, and
Rome
all these things,
has such a good history.
Has a lot of things to be seen in Rome. It's a beautiful country.
Yeah, since
and
we
also
finished
also the metro system works like smoothly there, and also there is not. I mean, they say there is chaos in Rome with the traffic, but actually the cars move. They move. Here in Tirana is real chaos. Here the cars don't move.
Yeah. No. It's not so bad at all. It has been bad, but it's not so bad at all nowadays.
It's been worse, but now...
I just drive with my car now.
It took you...
It's normal. It's normal. It's normal, man. It has been more... Maybe summer, and we don't have too many people staying around. Most of people are enjoying their vacations, etc. But look... I always get impressed when I see that picture of LA, Los Angeles, and this traffic for the recall me that celebration they make the day of
what day is that?
Come on, Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day.
It's a Thanksgiving Day, and we see the LA full of cars and lights, and everybody running home to join their relatives,
their lunch.
And it's crazy how long the line is. I mean, you could find a little bit of traffic everywhere in the world.
I know.
When people go to work,
especially in the big monopolies.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. And I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy to. Me too.
I'll be very happy to wait you there.
Yeah, thanks for this live invitation.
I had a great time with you here, man. This podcast was amazing and such a powerful podcast. I really thank you for that.
Such a unique experience, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you,
Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. Okay, shall we leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye. Thanks.
It was awesome, man.